A compound solid is more than one solid combined to make a new solid. Here we have two compound solids made up of pyramids and prisms. If we look, both of these shapes have the same base shape. Both of these solids have a hexagon base. And if we look at the pyramid portion, both have a slice triangle. The solid with the pyramid on top of the prism, that slice triangle is inside the pyramid. And the shape where the pyramid is inside the prism, that slice triangle is right here in the pyramid. So in order to figure out the surface area and the volume of these compound solids, we're going to have to do some problem solving. Step 1 is to identify the base shape. In this case, both of our bases are hexagons. After we find the base, we want to find the perimeter of that base. After we find the perimeter, we want to find the base area. And in order to find the base area of a hexagon, I'm going to need to know the apothem. And then I'm going to take 1/2 times the perimeter times the apothem. Once I've figured out the perimeter and the base area, I'm going to look at the slice triangle. The slice triangle is going to be made up of 3 parts. The hypotenuse is going to be the slant height. One of the legs is going to be the apothem of my base, and the other leg is going to be the height of my pyramid. Now sometimes my slice triangle will be drawn this way, and sometimes my slice triangle will be upside down. Either way, I still have the same slice triangle. After I figured out all 3 of these measures and the perimeter and the base area, I can now problem solve to figure out my surface area. Surface area is the total area of all the faces of my solid. So if I look at this first shape, all of the faces are going to be all of these triangles, all of these rectangles, and this hexagon. If I look at the surface area of this compound solid, the surface area is going to include all of these triangles, all of these rectangles, and a hexagon. Even though this pyramid goes inside, I'm still creating more surface area. Well, all of these triangles and all of these triangles are going to be the lateral area of my pyramid, and all of these rectangles will be the lateral area of my prism, and the hexagon on the bottom will be the area of my base. So to figure out my total surface area, I need to add the lateral area of my pyramid, all of these triangles, plus the lateral area of my prism, all of these rectangles, and a bottom. In fact, both of these shapes will have the same surface area. Whether the pyramid is attached at the top or the pyramid is attached in, both of these shapes will have the same surface area. So my surface area is going to be the lateral area of my pyramid, all of my triangles, plus, because I'm going to get bigger, I'm going to total my surface area, the lateral area of my prism, plus 1 hexagon. Well, that hexagon is going to be my base area, and I need 1 of those. So to figure out my surface area, I'm going to take 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height. That will give me the lateral area of my pyramid, plus my perimeter times the height of my prism. That will give me the lateral area of my prism, plus 1 base area, which is going to be 1/2 times my perimeter times my apothem. Now to figure out the volume of these two shapes is going to be different. The surface area was the same between the two of them. The volume is going to be different. The volume of this shape is going to be bigger than the volume of this shape. To figure out this volume, I'm going to want to take the volume of my prism and add the volume of my pyramid. Whereas this solid, in order to figure out how much volume this solid is between this pyramid and this prism, I want to take the volume of my prism and subtract the volume of my pyramid. So I'm going to have 2 different volumes. The first volume I want to figure out for this shape, where the prism is attached to the top of the pyramid. This volume is going to be the volume of my prism plus the volume of my pyramid. The volume for this shape is getting bigger, so I want to add. The volume of my prism is going to be my base area times the height of my prism. The volume of my pyramid is going to be 1/3 my base area times my height. The volume of my second shape, instead of adding my pyramid, I'm going to want to subtract the volume of my pyramid. So my formula is going to look very similar. The difference will be a subtraction sign. So the volume is going to be the volume of my prism minus the volume of my pyramid. So the volume is going to be base area times height minus 1/3 base area times height.